In the quiet city of Nizhny Novgorod of Russia, a shocking secret lay hidden behind an ordinary apartment door. By day, Anatoly Moskvin was a respected historian, an eccentric scholar fluent in 13 languages, known for his articles on ancient cultures and folklore. But by night, Moskvin's fascination turned macabre. Detectives would later uncover the truth that stunned a nation. Moskvin had kept the mummified bodies of 29 young women and girls in his home, disguised as ornate dolls. For years, families who believed they'd laid their daughters to rest had no idea they were actually resting in a cluttered basement, dressed, painted, and positioned like childhood playthings in a grotesque mockery of life. Born in 1966, Moskvin was an only child, quiet, bookish, brilliant. But his early years were marked by an unsettling event. At the age of 13, while walking home from school, he was dragged into a funeral for Natasha Petrova, an 11-year-old who died by accidental electrocution. There, he was forced to kiss the dead girl, a moment Moskvin later claimed bound him to the dead forever. As an adult, he gained notoriety as the region's cemetery expert, visiting over 750 graveyards, documenting headstones, and wandering the cold countryside long after others were asleep. Neighbors might have called him harmless, just a strange man with an unusual passion for the past. But behind that scholarly mask, Moskvin read obituaries like invitations. When he felt a child's spirit called to him, he answered by digging up the grave. Between 2005 and 2007, he walked up to 20 miles each night, slipping through graveyards, sometimes sleeping in barns or even on fresh coffins to hear the dead speak. He believed he was rescuing these children from loneliness in their cold underground beds, giving them warmth, new clothes, and the company he claimed they asked for. The horror came to light in 2011. After a bombing at Moscow's Domodedovo airport led investigators to a local cemetery, they found Moskvin painting over Muslim gravestones. It was strange, but stranger still was what they found when they searched his apartment. Inside, officers stepped into a nightmarish tableau. Dozens of dolls in fine dresses, makeup, and wigs, propped on shelves, seated at tables. But beneath the delicate fabrics were hollowed-out corpses, dried with salt and baking soda, stuffed with rags to keep their shape. Some even had toy eyes stitched into their sockets. When police lifted a body, music boxes hidden inside played haunting tunes. Detectives found handwritten notes, grim journals detailing his grave robberies and mummification process. He spoke freely to investigators, explaining how he chose his daughters, how he slept on graves to listen for permission, and how he believed science would one day help him bring them back. One of those children was Olga Chardima, kidnapped and killed by a thief at age 10. Her grave was visited daily by her grieving mother, not knowing her daughter had been taken again. Moskvin left toys and handwritten notes at the empty grave, signing them Dobry Angel, the kind angel, as if he alone understood the care the dead deserved. When asked why he did it, he claimed he was simply lonely. He said the parents had abandoned their children to the cold earth. He just wanted to give them warmth and a voice. There was no evidence of sexual abuse. To him, these were his family. He threw them birthday parties, watched cartoons with them, and dreamed of the day science would make them whole again. Psychiatrists declared Moskvin unfit for trial, citing schizophrenia. Instead of prison, he was committed to a psychiatric hospital where he remains. He once warned grieving parents not to rebury their children, promising he would dig them up again if released. His parents, too, became prisoners of his legacy, isolated and shunned by neighbors, forever linked to the man who turned his childhood nightmare into a lifetime of grave-robbing horror. In the quiet city of Nizhny Novgorod, the case of Anatoly Moskvin stands as a chilling reminder. Sometimes the monsters that haunt graveyards walk among us, hidden behind the face of an ordinary man who believed he was the dead's only friend.